need to budget annually for this leased equipment. Okay, per quarter, how many quarters are there in a year? There are 4 quarters in a year, correct? So we take this $1,500, multiply it by 4, and that gives us $6,000 that we're spending for this a year. We have $120 we're spending each month. There's 12 months times 12 is 1,440. Since we have 2 copiers, we have to multiply that 1,440 times 2, and that gives us 2,880. It's asking us how much money we have to budget per year, so we have to add that 6,000 to the 2,880 for a total of $8,880 that we're budgeting per year. It says, what is the percent of variance for each item listed in the HIM department budget shown below? Round to 2 decimals. Okay, for variance, you have to take your actual minus your budgeted over your budgeted. So if we subtract $1,595 from $1,600, okay, we divide the $5 by our budgeted amount, which is $1,600. We end up with 0.003125. Multiply that by 100 to get our percentage. Equals out to 0.31%. Same thing here. Actual minus our budgeted amount. 7,200 minus 6,800. 100. We divide 400 by the 6,800. We get 0.0588. Move our decimal over 2 places, and your answer will be 5.88%. For travel, actual minus budgeted, 1,526 minus our 1,500. We put 26 over our 1,500. And that equals 0.017. Move our decimal over 2 places, and we get 1.73%. The remainder of these, subtracting again, we get $45 here at 9%, $17 here at 1.70%, $5 here, 1.54%, and 1,500 minus 1,500 equals 0, and 0 over 1,500 equals 0%. Okay, all the patients who present to the emergency services department with suspected acute myocardial infarction are expected to receive an EKG within 10 minutes of their arrival. Of the 56 patients who had suspected AMI during the last quarter, 32 had an EKG within the specified time frame. What is the rate of compliance? We want to round to 2 decimal places. Again, this is one of those over actual over potential. So we had 32 who had an EKG over a potential of 56 who could have had an EKG. Multiply our 32 times 100, and that gives us 57.14%. So last month we have an ROI specialist that received 232 requests. He answered 176. What is the rate of compliance? Take our 176, multiply by 100, and put that over our 232. We actually had 176 requests. Potentially we could have had 232 requests that were answered. Actually we had 176 that were answered. Potentially he could have answered 232 in a timely manner. Estimate the hospital charges for patients listed in the table below based on the cost of $950 per day. At $950 per day, in 3 days, we simply multiply 3 times 950, and that gives us $2,850. 4 days at $950 a day, we just multiply that, and that gives us $3,800. We multiply 5 days times